If you guys haven't noticed, it's a car day. I got my mechanic shirt on, my mechanic pants on, so I'm gonna do some mechanic work on this Jeep. The reason that I'm doing this because for some reason the Jeep's been losing power for the past couple of days now, and I've been realizing that. And it's just time for a tune-up. It's time to change the spark plugs, the spark plug wires. So this is gonna just be a car vlog. That's why we went to AutoZone to buy all the stuff we needed to buy. Probably be a how-to video. Just wanna like look at this and see how it goes. It'll be fun. Just changing the spark plug wires for the Jeep. Hopefully it gets more power or it can get back where it used to be. We're gonna try to beat the sun because over here it's gonna be 91. Today's high. It's gonna be pretty hot. So we start off this vlog pretty early. Hopefully we get to finish pretty fast before the heat starts to kicking in. Don't know what a spark plugs is for, to get the power to the car. That's what it is for, and that's why I've been losing power. Like the engine's been acting weird, been acting up. You always gotta fix your daily car. It can break down or something can happen, and that's your number one transportation, is your daily car. So you always gotta take care of your daily car, and since the Jeep RJ is my daily car, I gotta take care of RJ as much as I can. So that's why we're gonna do it right now. Get it going. So every car is different where the spark plugs are located and where they're at. For example, my Jeep is back here, and then just follow the wires. They're like right here. And you guys don't know what spark plugs are or what they look like. This is what they look like from the picture. So we're replacing those, and also we're gonna be replacing those wires that cover the spark plugs. So in order for my Jeep, for us to get inside the spark plug, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, there's 4 on this side, and then there's 4 on that side, so the total of 8. I have to take off the air filter that was right here, which is all this. It's just so I can have space, I can get them easier, so I won't be suffering. So we gotta change this distributor cap. This is what makes the ignition of the car to turn on, what makes the sparks of the fire for it to travel to the spark plug wires. And that's right here with all these plugins that are in the top. So we gotta unplug all those out and take all that out to put the new one on. Important notes I forgot to tell you guys as I start taking off this. You have to remember the order of the spark plug wires, so when you put it back on, it won't misfire. I remember that order. I mean, like right here, it says number 1. This is the first one it goes, and then from there it goes clockwise to fill out the order of the spark plug wires. So just make a note to yourself when you took off one, know where that one is. Like we took off that one, you see that one's already naked, and this one was this one, which is right here, that you see. We took it off, and that one was number 1, so we can memorize that's number 1. We took off this one makes the spark goes under the car. So this part goes on top of here, and this one keeps hitting all these metal, boom, 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 and makes the spark and the fire. And we just installed it. We put the new one on. Let me point for you. You can see we put the new one right there. That's the new one right there we put on. So you see that one goes on top of it. It goes under. So it goes inside here like I explained. So this is the old one. We got to take this off still. But we put the new one. So the new one's already in place. So now that we got them all out, see, we got this out. And in here, oh, you can't even see. It's too dark. But in here, so we took out the old one inside this hole, and it looks like this. And they were pretty good. So I put the new one in there, made it tight, and like I said with these wires, to make sure to know which one's in order, you get the old one and you get the new one, and you just measure it down to make sure they're the same size. That's how you really do it. That's the simple and fastest way. If you can't mark them 1, 2, 3, 4 with number wise, you just get the old one and the new one and just measure it that way. So now that we did that, we're gonna put the new one inside here and back to this carbonate. This is the old one, remember? This is the new one over here. But we're just gonna put the wires inside so you can be ready to go for the spark plug wires. And you just do this for depending how big your engine is. If it's a 6-cylinder, but you do it 6 times. If it's a 4-cylinder, you do it 4 times. If it's an 8-cylinder, you do it 8 times. So we're just gonna just repetition, doing it the same thing. I'm not gonna show up for every one because it'll take a long time. I'm just gonna do this one that I just showed you guys, and after that, for right now, I'm just gonna unplug each one of these, take one of them out, and then put the new one inside and put the wire. And then once I get to this distribute cap, the new one, I'll show you how I do it. What I did was I did these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a new one that I did. That's the pattern that I have so far. I see there's 4 missing. 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle one is the ignition. Here's the old one, the one I'm going based out of. So you see that the ones that I'm missing are the ones that I need to do on this side, or vice versa. The one I took out has to be on this side. If I said that right, hopefully that makes sense. So now I took care of this side of these 4, and now I gotta go to the other side and take care of the other 4 because there's a total of 8. Just put this one back in place in the back how it was, just because I won't have all 8 on this, so it'll be easier for me to put it in place than having all 8 on it and then starting to suffer and just screw it into place. So now I gotta jump to the other side of the engine. I'm on this side of the engine now, so this is the older one, so I got to take care of that side. And you can see right here I took out the wires already, so it's 1, 2, See if I can find the other 4 on the camera. 3, 4. That's the same thing the other side. Just take them out, the spark plugs. They're inside. Put the new ones on. And then do the wiring. So here, I did the same thing. 1, 2. You can see it. 3, 4. I did the same thing when I did to the other side, and I connected it like I said I was to this. We put it back here. See this one that's naked? This is the older one. Let me show you guys. So this is what we put in the back. This is what it is. So I have all these spark plugs, all these connected, and the middle one is the ignition coil, and that's the only one that's left. And of course, air filter. That just goes right here. It was just easier for us to wear, that's why we took it off. But yeah, see how over here is naked? Ignition coil, which is this one, which just has an end point, and the other one has another. Then put this on, and then put the air filter that goes right here, and then I'll turn it on and see how it sounds. Hopefully do everything right in the correct way. Every single time I do mechanic work, always cut myself. And then that's when I start wearing gloves, and I never learn. So now it's the moment of truth. Now we turn it on, we listen to the engine. If it misfires or something like that, then we do a spark plug wire wrong. So here it goes. Came out a little jumpy. And all we do is mostly listen. A few revs. Everything seems to be okay. Did a good job. So as you just heard, the engine was spectacular. The engine was good. So the whole point of this video was for you guys to understand how important changing spark plugs are, how important it is to take care of your car, especially your daily vehicle, oil change, spark plugs, spark plug wires, and all that good stuff. And you always want to know, or always look at your engine so you can know basically about a little bit about it. Even YouTube it, some videos, so you can know what's happening. Do that to the fact because you can save a lot of money. I mean, like a lot of money. So one more time. Sorry. So this is just to save a buck or two, because I believe me, it's expensive to pay for someone else, a mechanic, to do it on labor, and that charges you more. So it's always good that you do it yourself, at least know the basic knowledge of it. There's always a step-by-step video how to do it. I didn't really go in depth about it, but I just kind of give like a basic tour about it. But this is how more or less to do it, and we did a good job, so I think it's going to be okay. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog, so peace out.